Hi, my name is G.Favaloro and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about losing weight and how to feel great about ourselves. I know about losing weight because I've been overweight quite a bit in my life, and I've struggled with my weight because I just love eating sweets. I love eating desserts, cakes, ice cream, you name it. I was brought up with a lot of sweets and desserts, and it's just a natural way for me to feel good when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling stressed, when I'm feeling bored. It's just to get into, I'll just have something else to eat. I come home, I'll have a snack. And my metabolism is particularly good at storing extra weight. Now, I'm not here to tell you about food groups or any of that. There's so much information around now, and if you watch a show like Dr. Oz, he has great tips on certain foods. We all know to eat a bowl of salad is better than eating fries and chips and etc. So my first tip in helping us lose weight is to just be aware of how I'm feeling. And that's easier than it sounds, because often I'm running on a bit of denial. I'm not quite in touch with my feelings, and I notice it then that it comes out in my eating. Recently I was at a party and I was feeling a bit nervous. There's people there I didn't know, and someone put this great bowl of potato crisps in front of me. And I was just eating one, two, and after a while I thought, wow, I'm eating half the bowl here. And the host said, you're probably just feeling nervous. And I was. And I hadn't really got in touch with that nervousness, that little bit of anxiety, so I was eating a lot. So what really helps, it's a fantastic tip, is to work on getting in touch with how I feel. And all through our life, we're having to deal with situations where stress is involved, and we get stressed, anxious, sad, all those emotions which can rule our life if we allow them. So the thing is to get really clear on how I'm feeling. And the second tip is to start to express my feelings. For some of us, this is a challenge, is to appropriately express my feelings. That might mean saying no to people, might mean being assertive, might mean doing some things differently, might mean, if I'm stressed out, to be playful, be a little bit naughty, be a little bit crazy, let my hair down. It might mean being okay with being angry and expressing that. Releasing resentments, letting people know how I feel and how things have affected me, or channeling that energy into something which gives me some great results. When I notice myself I'm feeling powerless, helpless in life, I'm a victim, things aren't going my way, no matter how subtle, sometimes I'll reach for food as a way of sort of fueling myself. So I've got to really work hard on how am I feeling today, and what can I do about those feelings. So my third tip then is to calm myself down and work on ways to get in touch with how I feel, and work with ways to lessen my stress. The CD I've created, which you might want to have a look at, is all about relaxing and then visualizing and seeing myself in changed circumstances and seeing myself doing the sort of things I want to be doing that are healthful to my life. So some ways to calm down, of course, is I've got a lot of meditation CDs you can look at. And to meditate means just to sit quietly, have nice music on, and get in touch with the breath, releasing tensions through our breath. And sometimes for some of us it might mean putting loud music on, dancing, also a great way of relieving stress. For some people it's going to a quiet place in nature, contemplation time, going to a church and being time for reflection. Whatever works for you, try and find some ways to calm down and relieve some of the stress in your life. And of course, the first two tips are about why is the stress there? Am I feeling emotional? Haven't I been dealing with things appropriately or in a strong way? And sometimes we don't know. When we're learning, life is a learning experience. So I've got to really work hard at being calm and doing nice things for myself. And that's my next tip, is be really kind to yourself. Be more kind and gentle and fostering an attitude of generosity and openness to myself and to my own feelings, the better. And it's no use beating myself up that I had that last cake or cookie or whatever. That doesn't help. If I foster an attitude to kindness and love to my feelings and to myself, then it will flow out into my life. It'll flow out into the activities that I'm doing. But I have to work a little bit on self-love. And being kind and self-loving is a great way to lose weight. So one of the first things to do is to be loving to my present physical condition. If I'm overweight, well, I'm overweight. Be loving to that. Don't be harsh and create inner stress. That's what I'm sort of suggesting, is often harshness and the inner critic creates more stress, and that doesn't help. My next tip is to see yourself as you want to be and the life as you want it to be. And this involves some visualizations which I've done on my CD, which is to focus on how you want your life to be, the types of foods in your house, the eating, exercising, and any other changes that you want around relationships or work. It's up to you and myself to focus on what I want. What's my values, what's my goals, my vision for myself. The clearer I am around this, the clearer the universe can start to work with me. It's like if I can ask clearly and have a clear vision for what I want and start to develop that inner visualization and inner dialogue, then it can start to be reflected on the outside. My next tip is to put in some actions. And actions don't have to be big, but start with something small, something workable. And it might mean that I'm not going to have that one ice cream a week or chocolate. I'm not going to bring it home. I'm going to avoid a store I normally go to. Might mean I'm going to say no to a partner or my family when they offer me something. And again, it's not about setting up stress. Okay, I'm feeling emotional. I had that, and I shouldn't have. It's not about getting too judgmental, but putting in some action though. Maybe substituting some sugar with some other sweeteners or whatever, just some actions that are going to work for you. Might mean instead of going up the escalator, I'm going to go up the stairs, park my car further away. All these, when I'm going out, all these are tips for ways to get more exercise and to reduce that food intake, because our culture is very much built around making things easier, and that's of course why we're putting on the weight. We're not burning it up. And two aspects then to the tips I'm offering. One is to be practical. You have to be focused on the food and the exercise, and my approach is to focus very much on your feelings, being aware of your feelings when we're reaching for excess food and how we use food. And these patterns, because they're unconscious, are very hard to overcome. And so it's very important to be very kind to ourselves and give ourselves time to develop new patterns. It can take quite a while to develop a new pattern, but it starts with one small action a day. One small start is one small step on a journey. And like an alcoholic who craves alcohol, I might always look at certain foods and think, wow, I feel like that today. And knowing that I'm better served by not having it is a reward then I give to myself, and as the weight will drop off a bit, then I can fuel my motivation. So it's all about getting in touch with attitude and motivation. So I hope these tips have helped, and good luck.